You could leave this life at any moment, just as Marcus Aurelius so profoundly reminds us. He encourages us to let this inevitable reality guide and influence every action we take, every word we speak, and every thought we think. Life is fleeting and impermanent, a truth we must internalize. Therefore, live each moment as if it were your last, as though every thought or action were the final imprint of a person who knows they are at the end of their journey. Marcus Aurelius emphasizes this poignant idea in his writings, reminding us to act with intention and urgency. Marcus Aurelius, in my opinion, is possibly the most fascinating and remarkable individual who has ever walked this earth. We often hear the saying, absolute power corrupts absolutely, yet Marcus stands as a shining exception to this rule. Unlike many rulers, Marcus wasn't born into royalty or entitled to power by lineage. Instead, he was chosen as a young man, specifically selected and prepared for greatness at the very same age as Nero. Yet, the paths these two men took could not have been more different. What was one of the first things Marcus did upon assuming power? He shared it. He willingly divided his authority with his brother, a decision that speaks volumes about his character and leadership. I have been on a personal journey of learning and exploring the teachings of Marcus Aurelius ever since I first came across his meditations. That book didn't just provide me with wisdom, it fundamentally transformed my life. What's more, it has had a profound impact on countless individuals over the span of 2 millennia. I'm Ryan Holiday, the author of 12 books, and I've been studying and writing about Marcus Aurelius for over a decade. I've had the privilege of sharing his timeless lessons with an incredibly diverse audience. NBA players, NFL athletes, members of the Special Forces, sitting senators, Fortune 500 CEOs, and many others. Today I want to share with you some of my favorite lessons from Marcus Aurelius, the original philosopher-king. If you're eager to discover the principles that this great man lived by, then this video is perfect for you. 1. Put people first. One of my favorite stories about Marcus Aurelius takes place during the height of the Antonine Plague, a devastating pandemic that claimed the lives of millions and left Rome's economy in ruins. At a time when despair was everywhere and people were dying in the streets, Marcus Aurelius took an extraordinary step. He walked through the imperial palace, identifying personal possessions to sell, marking treasures, robes, and even the emperor's most prized jewels for auction. For 2 months, the emperor himself conducted a sale on the palace lawn, offering these luxurious items to raise funds for the people. This act wasn't just about money. It was about setting an example. Marcus was sending a clear and powerful message. I will not prioritize my comfort or luxury when others are suffering. I will sacrifice what I have to make a difference. It reminds me of the CEO who takes a pay cut during a recession to save jobs, or the star athlete who renegotiates their contract to allow their team to thrive. True leadership means putting the needs of others above your own comfort. Marcus Aurelius embodied this ideal, and it's why this story resonates so deeply with me. Number 2, another path is always open. It's easy to feel stuck when a door closes in your life, but Marcus Aurelius teaches us that while one path may be blocked, another always remains open. As he famously wrote, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This doesn't mean obstacles don't exist. Rather, it means that obstacles present opportunities to pivot, grow, and find new paths forward. Life is unpredictable. Plans fall apart. People let us down. Yet no one can stop us from practicing patience, extending forgiveness, or redirecting our energy toward new opportunities. The Stoics believed that while we cannot control external events, we can control how we respond to them. Every obstacle, every challenge, every frustration is a chance to adapt, learn, and transform. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to turn these difficulties into stepping stones for growth. This perspective ensures that we are never truly stuck, because we always have the power to choose a new way forward. Number 3, take it step by step. We often know exactly what we need to do to improve our lives, yet we delay, procrastinate, and put it off for another day. Marcus Aurelius captures this human tendency perfectly. You could be good today. Instead, you choose tomorrow. How many times have we told ourselves, I'll start the diet tomorrow, or I'll clean the house next weekend? The truth is, it's rarely about lack of knowledge or resources. It's about taking action. The Stoics believed in the discipline of action, emphasizing that it's not our thoughts or words that define us, but our deeds. Progress doesn't happen in giant leaps. It happens step by step, one small action at a time. Whether it's writing a book, building a business, or simply organizing your home, the key is to take the first step and then the next. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, no one can stop us from doing that. 4. Discard your anxiety. Letting go of anxiety requires an incredible amount of self-awareness and introspection. It's about recognizing the root cause of your discomfort, unease, or worry. During the pandemic, I had an experience that taught me this in a powerful way. Life slowed down. No rushing to catch planes, no traffic jams, no endless to-do lists. And I thought, surely, with all these stressors removed, my anxiety will finally go away. But surprisingly, it didn't. That's when I realized something profound. The anxiety wasn't coming from external factors. It was coming from within me. Marcus Aurelius understood this over 2,000 years ago. In Meditations, he reflects on anxiety during a plague and writes, "I escaped anxiety, or rather, I discarded it." He recognized that anxiety isn't something external to flee from, it's internal, something we carry and can choose to release. When you understand that your thoughts, not your circumstances, are often the source of your worry, you unlock the power to free yourself. This lesson from Marcus Aurelius remains as relevant today as it was in his time. 5. Well begun is half done. Marcus Aurelius believed in the power of starting your day with intention and discipline. His morning routine was deliberate and purposeful, setting the tone for the rest of the day. Despite being the most powerful man in the world, he made it a priority to rise early, even when he didn't feel like it. He would remind himself, what were you made for? To lie here under warm covers or to do the work of a human being? His mornings began with journaling. Meditations, the timeless book that we treasure today, was never meant for publication. It was simply Marcus Aurelius writing down his thoughts to make himself better. After journaling, he would focus on his most important task of the day. His advice: concentrate like a Roman, and do this as if it's the last thing you'll ever do in your life. By starting the day with focus and intention, Marcus demonstrated that a strong beginning can set the foundation for success. For him and for us, well begun is half done. 6. Be strict with yourself. Discipline, Marcus Aurelius believed, begins and ends with the self. It's called self-discipline for a reason. Nobody else is responsible for it, and nobody else signed up for it. It's your commitment to yourself and your growth. Marcus's philosophy was clear. Be tolerant with others, but strict with yourself. The purpose of self-discipline isn't to control or criticize others, it's to master yourself. It's about improving your habits, choices, and mindset, not judging how others live their lives. When you focus on holding yourself accountable, you'll find it's both humbling and empowering. The Stoics knew that true strength comes from within, and Marcus Aurelius's advice reminds us to concentrate on our own discipline, leaving others to their own paths. Number 7. Don't resent people. It's no secret that Marcus Aurelius didn't always enjoy being around people. If you've read Meditations, you'll see his candid reflections on how frustrating and difficult others can be. He begins the book with a reminder to himself: people are going to be selfish, annoying, and downright unpleasant. But that's no excuse for you to act the same way. Marcus believed that every obstacle, including difficult people, provides an opportunity to practice virtue. When someone wrongs you, it's a chance to be patient and forgiving. When others are unjust, it's a call to practice justice. When you encounter cowardice, it's a moment to choose courage. Resenting others only poisons your own heart. Instead, Marcus challenges us to see people not as problems, but as opportunities to grow and strengthen our character. 8. Ask yourself, is this essential? In our busy lives, it's easy to get overwhelmed with tasks, obligations, and distractions. Marcus Aurelius offers a simple yet profound piece of advice. With every action you take, ask yourself, is this essential? So much of what we do and say is unnecessary, driven by habit, expectation, or external pressures. Marcus challenges us to eliminate the non-essential, to focus on what truly matters. This doesn't just lighten your workload, it allows you to dedicate your energy to fewer things, done better. Imagine the freedom of cutting out all the unnecessary clutter from your life. leaving only what aligns with your values and goals. By asking yourself this question consistently, you can live with greater purpose and clarity. 9. Remember these mantras. The Stoics distilled their wisdom into mantras, simple yet profound reminders to guide their actions and mindset. Here are 3 of my favorites. This mantra encourages us to embrace whatever life throws at us, not with resignation, but with acceptance and even joy. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, a fire turns everything thrown into it into fuel. Challenges don't happen to you, they happen for you. Accept them, learn from them, and let them make you stronger. The common good. Marcus believed that the ultimate purpose of life is to serve others. He wrote, "The fruit of this life is good character and acts for the common good." Stoic philosophy isn't about self-improvement for selfish gain, it's about contributing to the well-being of your community and humanity as a whole. Memento Mori, remember you will die. This is perhaps the most powerful Stoic reminder. Marcus Aurelius urges us to live each moment as though it were our last. You could leave life right now, he says, so let that determine what you do and say and think. Life is fragile and finite, and this awareness should inspire us to seize the day and live fully with purpose and gratitude. If you're ready to embrace these timeless principles and apply them to your life, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Let's learn from Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics together, because their wisdom can truly transform the way we live.